One, two, three. What up, YouTube? So today we're going to react to a YouTube video, stuff and just chatting stuff. Let's start on what phone? Let's start reacting. So today, and by the way, y'all should, by the way, Mama, I cannot speak, bro. Dang it, bro. Sometimes I started when I can't lie, bro. Like I started too much. So y'all should go and subscribe to Kevin. Bro, this guy is so tough. I can't lie. Like his videos are actually interesting. Yeah, I'm scrolling too much, bro. I'm gonna put right there, boy. All right, chat. So today, let's react to what's the guy called? Oh yeah, I'm Kevin. Ben 2 cannot be that serious. Do I can embarrass everyone? You two had something to prove. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Loki, bro. I haven't watched what's it called? JJK. Yes, isn't. I haven't watched that, so I have to tune in.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been keeping up with JJK at all after the Maki episode.
Yeah, Loki, same, bro. I can't lie, bro.
I was fulfilled. I was satisfied. I saw my goat put in work and felt a weight lifted off my shoulders. After that episode, I walked outside and just took in nature. I listened to the birds chirping, the wind blowing, ran through a field of flowers. I felt as if my job was complete. I did what needed to be done. What more is there for me to do? Where's JJK, Kev?
Huh?
Kev, with JJK soon? Kev, we need
Yeah,
more
Loki, wait.
JJK. When JJK, dog? We thought it was gonna be weekly. Where JJK at? You better do some JJK. Where the JJK at, Anything
Kev?
but JJK.
Bro, where's JJK?
Bro, you gotta drop JJK.
Where the fuck is JJK?
When are we getting another
We
JJK
all
video
will.
for that JJK vid? JJK episodes 1. Alright, fine. By the way, y'all just go ahead and follow the IG and just spam me with some shit to watch. But send me a clip. Don't just send me the name. Send me a clip with it so I know what I'm looking at. Anyways, so after the Zenin massacre, we cut to Yaga. The moment Gojo got sealed, the higher ups got to doing anything. Oh, Gojo gone? Kill his mans.
Yo, like seriously, like oh my god, bro. That Loki kind of pissed me off, bro. I can't lie. But wait, that's a manga spoiler. Never mind.
I never liked him. Oh, kill him too. Like they started acting irregular. Like they put the blame.
Like seriously, and I feel bad for the panda and the principal. Oh my gosh, bro, that's sad.
On him for Ghetto turning out the way he did. That is the most unfair shit ever. They also want him gone because his technique is creating cursed corpses. Now, from the name alone, you think it would be some crazy ability. You would think he had an underground layer filled with straight demons, straight death corpses, creatures that want only violence. But when you actually look at what he's making, the guy's making straight gumdrops and lollipops. Off first glance, you wouldn't even know these are cursed corpses. You would think he went to Build-A-Bear and got this shit. They made up some excuse like, what if he decides to make a giant army and take over? Granted, an army of 500 pandas would be terrifying. But come on, bro. He used his free time to help parents see their children again. Wasn't a single ill intention in his heart, but they still felt the need to kill him. Rest in peace, man.
Yo, Loki, bro. Yo, that pissed me off. I can't lie, bro. Like, but also, what was the point, bro? Oh my gosh, Principal Yaga. I mean, they were. I think the point was like to learn how to like recreate the. I forget what this guy said, but yeah, basically that.
So afterwards, we see Yuji and Megumi trying to get to Hikari, who currently runs some type of fight club. So the plan was to blend in. Hikari already doesn't like us Jujutsu High folks, so we gotta act like we belong. Yuji was the one who was gonna fight, and if you put on a good enough show, you'll be allowed to meet the boss, aka Hikari. Now, I'm not gonna break down his fight because his opponent ended up being Panda. They're both here trying to find Hikari, but I will say, Mappa had no reason to as they did for this goofy ass fight. One thing about JJK is that the hand-to-hand fights, they know what they doing. Also,
that's right, bro. I can't lie.
Since when was Megumi able to hide in shadows? Now keep in mind, see,
You're lucky, bro. What the heck was that?
They doing. Also, since when was
that's from like my MHA, my era academia. It's like the 1-4 guy, like the guy, like the guy with the purple something. I forgot what it's called, bro. Yeah, it looks like him. I can't lie.
Megumi able to hide in?
It looks like one of the users that use 1-4, all for one. All for one, not 1-4.
Shadows. Now keep in mind, season 1 is a complete blur to me. If he did that back then, I don't remember. Anyways, Yuji defeats Panda and was granted a meeting with Hikari. And Yuji's whole thing was supposed to blend in, right? So tell me why. Hikari gonna mention Gojo and this dumbass gonna say,
yeah, who's Gojo?
What? Nigga, Gojo gets glazed by...
Like, bro, that ass everyone glazes... That's cursing, bro. Forgive me. Alright, let's try again. Alright, so everyone glazes Gojo, like, seriously, bro. Literally, bro, it's like, yo, my guy was born as a child, and everyone started glazing and said, this like, oh my god, stuttering, bro. Alright, so the bitch, blah, blah. Alright, so they basically said the day, I'm gonna punch. Alright, so they said the day so Gojo was born, the entire world shifted. That's looking kind of crazy. I can't lie, bro.
Every single sorcerer on the face of the planet. What do you mean, who's Gojo? And I don't even know what he's trying to hit Yuji with. Doors? And look at that knee, my goodness. Knees buckled, connected straight to the jaw, almost gave him whiplash. But it cuts back to Megumi, and this dude is jumping through shadows, taking people out one by one. He really has the facilities to be a true threat. Yeah, Megumi haters can stay over there, away from me. I'm 90% sure he's going to get outshined by half the cast, but he's good in my books. But him and Panda make it to the roof, but Kiara's there. Megumi immediately sends his hound, claws sharpened, jaw ready to clamp down. I thought we was trying to make an ally, not an enemy for life. What if her power didn't here and your dog just annihilated her? Hikari would have walked outside pieces. So she marks them with her curse technique, and that stops them from getting close to her. And look at that pure demon standing next to Megumi. That is what Akamaru looks like standing next to Kiba. So they try to explain how Tokyo is in utter shambles. They're not trying to fight Hikari, they actually need his help. And how Gojo got sealed. All it took was that last part for her to immediately think they're lying. Gojo being sealed doesn't even sound real. And then Megumi and Panda sat here and had a whole discussion trying to figure out how Kiara's powers worked. I don't know why she just stood there and allowed them to do that. I'd be over there yelling a whole bunch of nonsense in their ears, dancing all in your face. I'm going to annoy you to the point where you just leave. Scuba, scuba. Now imagine hearing that for an hour straight. They gonna have pure...
Okay, that's gonna be annoying. I can't lie, bro.
Hatred for me by the end of this. Also, the reason Jujutsu High casted out Hikari and Kiara is because their techniques are too hard to understand.
Wow.
The higher-ups like simple things, like Nobara, hammer and nails, the occasional voodoo doll. It's pretty easy to understand. But Hikari and Kiara was the exact opposite, and to be honest, I'm with the higher-ups. Hearing the explanation of her technique for the first time, I felt I needed to pull out a pen and paper and start notes.
You're lucky, bro. Episode 2, I was like, yo, what the heck am I listening? Like, I'm like, bro, JK, bro, just tell her, just stop fighting, bro. I don't care about the yaps. Like, oh my god, bro, I just want some hands.
Okay, you gonna explain what it is?
No. Came to the wrong vid for that, buddy. The only thing I got from that is that when she marks something, it's impossible to get close to another marked object unless it follows the correct order. Anyways, Kiara finally decides to do something, so she marks the vehicle in her vicinity, making an automatic self-smacking Panda. Megumi then figured out that anything she marks has to be imbued with her curse energy, so She kinda swaggy. She was throwing marked coins, pretty much speed boosting herself to block Megami. Though he throws a rabbit at Panda so he can throw it at the mark. And long story short, Megami outplayed her. He tells her, look, just hear us out. Now for this, Yuji wasn't looking for a fight. He was determined to stand his ground. No dodging, no fighting back until Akari accepts him. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Yuji hater. That's
We've lost the plot, bro. Guys, we've lost the plot.
I would never be a liar. This was tough. Hikari's whole thing is having passion for something. So Yuji stood there and showed him, this is what I'm working for. Yeah, I'm a cog in a machine, but every cog has a function. Okay, Yuji, I rock with that. Bitch. So Hikari said, I bet. Let's make a deal. He'll help, but afterwards, he wants to be a part of the revisions to the Jujutsu regulations, which is a bigger way of saying he wants his Fight Club to be legalized. But that's when this creature pops up, announcing that a new rule has been added to the Culling Games. Every participant's name, points, colony, number of rules added
The same
will be
economy.
public information. And the one who made that rule is Hajime Kashimo. Never thought I'd see a day when someone was begging to fight Sukuna. This guy was like, oh man, it was so much better 400 years ago.
Where are you, Sukuna?
You're wishing for things you shouldn't be wishing for. So we see Kenjaku allowing people who are unfortunately within the barrier of the Culling Games get a chance to leave. Weirdly considerate of him, he's evil, but not a monster. The main thing to take away from this is what he tells the girl. He says, thank you for being friends with my son, and then shows a picture of Yuji on the screen.
I'm not got spoiled on this. I already knew.
The lucky few who is somehow able to avoid JJK spoilers for this long is going crazy right now. I just know it. Anyways, the gang is going over the plan. It costs 100 points to add a new rule. However, you must kill to get points, and obviously that's what we're trying to avoid. So their plan is to hunt down anyone with 100 points and force them to add 2 rules. One of them being to make it possible to transfer points to another player, and the second one being to make it possible to spend enough points to lead a game. Oh, and by the way, there's going to be reincarnated sorcerers from 1,000 years ago participating in the games. Hence why Kashimo mentioned Sukuna so casually. So Yuji and Megami walk in, but of course, they're teleported to random spots. They can't make it too easy for you now. Off the spawn, he gets attacked by some girl with a jet engine on her head. All those explosions, all that rigmarole, just to get knocked out by a flying pipe. He one hand threw that too. And by the end of this, I bet they're going to say she somehow survived that fall. Her man then pulls up just to get done 10 times worse. Yuji grabbed his legs and dragged him down the side of a building. The back of his head connected with every single brick. That headache is going to be insane. And look how he slides between the blades. Yeah, alright. But ultimately, he beats him by just punching the top of his head really hard and then kicking him in the family jewels. This random kid pulls up afterwards. Apparently, he went to the same school as Yuji. But he tells us what we want to know, where Higuruma is at. He tells us he's an Ikebukuro. Meanwhile, Megami ran into this lady who was trying to play the sweet, innocent act, but he gave not a single fuck. All he wanted to know is where Higuruma was at. And she agreed to tell him if he acted as her knight. Thing is, though, she lied. She told him a whole different place than what Yuji was told. And this is when they fully introduce us to Higuruma. And he truly was a good guy. He was a lawyer who would pick up cases that were essentially impossible. See, the Japanese government truly doesn't care whose life they ruin, as long as they get the documents off their desk. A murder could happen right in front of you with your own 2 eyes. You see who did it and watch them run away, but when the police arrive, they'll arrest you and say you did it all because you were in the area. And that's what Higuruma was fighting against, trying to help those who were wrongfully accused. Like with this guy, he went on a flawless run. The judges couldn't say shit. He was cooking them. But you know what they'll do? They'll just appeal it tomorrow and say he's guilty.
What?
Brought no new evidence to prove why. They just said he was, and now he got sentenced to life. That right there, seeing how that man looked at him. Yesterday, he was crying tears of joy that someone even believed in him, and now he'll never see the light of day again. Is how Higuruma awakened his curse technique.
We're having a retrial.
No, it cannot be like that, bro. It's like objection. We're having a real trial.
Got a flashback on how this dude knows Yuji. They were bullying some kid, and my goodness, Yuji pulled up and embarrassed them. Now, mind you, this kid was ready to bash Yuji's head in with a metal pipe. Imagine if Yuji was a regular person and you actually connected that. Brain damage for life. Yo, bullies in anime be ready to throw their lives away. No thought went into your future at all. You wanted to catch a body and be jailed. Your entire family lineage for the next 6 centuries would have gotten sued to the ground. Now your moms hate you. Now your pops hate you. Now you can't find a job. Life ruined. But obviously Yuji handled that. Gripped him by his jaw, raised him in the air, feet dangling, slammed him down, made your homeboy do a front flip, and I assume he spared you. But he finally makes the Higuruma. Fully clothed, sitting in a bathtub. That's how you know he really lost it. I think most people hate just their socks getting a little damp. This man is fully submerged, but he explains to him, yeah, we're trying to stop the Culling Games, or really, we're really just trying to stop the required killing. You know, pretty reasonable. Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
I see its potential. Walk with me now. Unlike the law, the Culling Games punishes its rule breakers.
What?
Yuji heard that shit and was like, all right, bro,
We're gonna use your points one way or another.
Higuruma stands up and immediately pops his ult. Popped his domain expansion instantly. Not a single punch was thrown. But his domain wasn't a guaranteed hit domain that everyone else has. His was based on a trial. The judge man brought up a time Yuji went into a casino when he wasn't 18. And what Yuji has to do is prove himself innocent. And that is what he did not do. He was guilty. The result of that was him unable to use curse energy. So for this entire fight, he's working off pure physical strength. Blocks the gavel, weaves a double swing, grabs his arm, Higuruma blocks his punch, smacks it out his hand, but all that did was give Higuruma sauce points. Proceeds to gunk his forehead through the gavel. Yuji throws it right back, and this nigga really just fixed his tie mid-scuffle. And not only that, rather than just catching
Yeah, that is low-key kind of crazy. I can't lie, bro.
it, the dude teleports it back to his hand like, all right, bro, we get it. And can someone tell me why the narrator thought it was okay to read a full chapter of a novel book while the fight is going on? Niggas think we watching with a Sharingan. I can't keep up. But look at this double whammy. The kick to the gut, then flies into the edge of the stage, straight lower back pain. But he continues to dodge, even kick the gavel out his hand until he forcefully got sat down. Not gonna lie, Yuji is moving crazy right now. You telling me this is all just natural ability? Now pinned down, Yuji does figure out he can call for a second trial.
To me, I think Yuji's like half human, so that's why.
To which Judge Man accuses him of the mass murder in Shibuya on the night of Halloween.
I killed all of them. I'm not going to deny it.
And with confessing to something like that, the Judge Man called for the death penalty, which gives Higuruma a sword to where any little cut means death. Now listen, I know I'm the Yuji hate guy, which that would never change, by the way. I'm too deep in. But to be honest, I don't hate Yuji at this current moment in time. Yeah, I know. I'm rocking with the way he is this season. And for the simple fact that he easily could have said, nah, that wasn't me, that was Sukuna. Would have gone away with it, but nah, he said it was me. The way Higuruma's domain works, he's given an envelope showing evidence of what actually happened. So he knew Yuji was innocent, hence why he stopped. He tells him afterwards, yeah, Sukuna took over, but I blame myself. I blame myself for being too weak to stop it. I respect that. And for that, I'll officially take you off the fraud watch list. Bitch. So Higuruma agrees to create the rule allowing players to transfer points, and then he just leaves. He doesn't opt to join Yuji because it'll make him hate himself even more. I like who he's become. Before he came here, he killed the judge and the prosecutor, so after all this is done, he says he'll just turn himself in. Meanwhile, the place that girl was leading Megumi was obviously into a trap. This guy is Reggie. The reason he's wearing this nonsense is because he can materialize objects or services. So all that paper on his body is like Walmart receipts, Kroger's, Home Depot. He can spawn whatever was on that paper. He can even heal himself. Like if one of those receipts said a 5-day stay at a luxury hotel, his body would heal as if it relaxed for 5 days. So he tells Megumi that the Culling Games isn't going to end the way he thinks it is. this. Kenjaku is planning something big. That's why he's preparing by gathering strong allies. But Megumi ain't want to hear none of that shit. Let's box. Some other dude busts out the room. Megumi dove into the shadows, picked him up, and threw his ass off the side. Now, I'm pretty sure Reggie is like physically enhanced because I refuse to kitchen knife down your demon dog, so we're just gonna go with that. Then a random eyeball falls down, exploding through a few teeth. Those explode too. Luckily, he got into a room on time, and Shorty needs to just stop. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's time to like up off, you know. So it's been real good, which I can't lie, bro. So see you all later, bro. Peace out.